Ahoy, Captains! Summer is heating up, and with it comes the most American update of the year, launching this Monday. The highlight of our latest 5-week campaign is none other than Tier A battleship Wisconsin. Now she enters the game as a deadly long-range sniper, armed with powerful 16-inch main guns. Captains, as promised, Louisiana is making her return. Unlock her as the final reward in a brand new free bureau project. This legendary tier hybrid battleship features formidable 406mm guns, solid secondaries, and a great twist: lethal torpedo airstrikes. Begin your journey to unlock her this Monday. Big balance changes are also on the way. Be sure to read the Ministry of Balance article linked in the description. Happy upcoming Independence Day to all. Let's turn the tide.
Hello. It looks like our introductory update trailer broke, but we're here. So happy July update. I'm not on my own. I'm also joined by our beloved Flip.
I am back. Happy 4th of July coming up quite shortly, really, this weekend even. But yeah, welcome everyone. Sorry, the intro video kind of didn't work there, but we have plenty to cover either way. So
we tried. I wasn't quite expecting it to just suddenly stop. To be completely real with you. So I guess you can always view the update trailer on the YouTube separately, and you have us for an extra few minutes today, I suppose. So how was your vacation away? Was it an experience?
Yeah, it was lots of learning, and my brain is scrambled. But so for those of you who don't know, I am now, my job title is incorrect here on the stream. I'm part of the game design team for the core game designers, which means that I'm working basically directly with bringing ships into the game and things like this. And so I've been away in Belgrade for the previous month, learning how to do video games.
How do game work?
How to game, yes. How to make game.
So it's been we've missed him for a short while he's been in his kind of crunch learning course, and we have him back, but we'll see how that goes.
Yep.
Anyway, this is like arguably one of our biggest updates of the year, and it's absolutely crammed full of content. We have the last of the living Iowas finally added to our game, USS Wisconsin, as the battle, kind of the campaign, really.
Well, we have the other 4 if you count Azure New Jersey.
Yes.
Or the other 3 rather.
Well, Wisconsin is in the campaign as our final milestone reward for those with an active Admiralty backing, which, for those who are unaware, it has a unique system. It has an infinite main battery reload booster, which we'll show and go into more a little bit down the line. We'll pull it up. Yep. 1 minute. It's been a while since I've streamed, guys. It was on you like the other week. So we have Wisconsin arrive with its infinite main battery reload booster. It does, however, trade its regular reload slightly to have this feature, but it is incredibly accurate with 2.0 Sigma and battle cruiser dispersion, making it one of the more accurate battleships in the game. And that's before it equips artillery plotting room modification. So ultimately, you have a very accurate, hard-hitting, like long-range Iowa class, essentially. Additionally, coming this update is the Star Trek collaboration return, which I can filter through very quickly in our store. So first and foremost, we have our daily calendar, which you can complete to unlock Commander Riker, already pre-leveled to level 7. And that brings me to my final point, ladies and gentlemen. You have asked for it over and over again. And we've heard you over and over again.
For 6 years.
for 6 years. And we are happy to announce that we have finally got a working build with Commander presets. Now, the way Commander presets work, for everyone interested, I'll come back to the Star Trek content in a moment. The way Commander presets work is, let's say you have 2 US battleships. So we're just going to say we'll pick a main battery focused one and a secondary battery focused one for argument's
the
sake.
2 different Georgias or something.
So yeah, or Aya and Kansas. So I want to use William Sims on both of these ships with different commander builds. I can set preset 1 to have, let's say all of the right side skills with different inspirations. And then I can set preset 2 to have, completely different skills with different inspirations. Don't hate me. I'm just quickly picking random inspirations for the sake of showing the builds. I can then go to the ship and specify I want William Sims on both of my ships. I need to remove my filters. So I want to have William Sims on both Iowa and Kansas, but I want Iowa to use preset 1 and I want Kansas to use preset 2. Now, both ships are using these independent presets with independent inspirations. And it will remember them, unless you change them. It is worth noting, though, that if you change a preset for it, like in your commander menu, all of the ships using that preset will have the changes reflected. Okay, so back to what I wanted to show before I got sidetracked. We have the Star Trek content arriving, which will be under special. And in this we have USS Voyager. I don't know a whole lot about Star Trek, but from what I understand, this is a futuristic ship that goes back and destroys the Borg from Jan's Nerd Out sessions.
So long story short, I haven't watched all of Voyager, just the very beginning, but basically Voyager is like a science ship in the Starfleet and gets yeeted out into space, and then has to figure out how to get back home because it's thousands of light years away from home, and so it can't really get back. And so Voyager is the show is all about this ship trying to get home from a different quadrant of the known space, of really unknown space actually.
So, coming along with Voyager, which is a modified Salem, which is predominantly AP focused. We can go into the changes in detail in a moment.
The Salem AP, basically imagine like Soviet heavy cruiser AP, very similar to Riga's. Essentially, imagine that, but on a U.S. cruiser with smoke as the main consumable.
Yeah. We have a Borg-styled skin for Yamato, which is very square. I know absolutely nothing about Star Trek, by the way, but it's very black and it's very square, very gothic.
The Borg.
Yeah, and then we have Commander Riker, Captain Janeway, Borg Queen, and Commander Worf, each with their own focus. So Riker being a airstrike focused for hybrid battleships, Janeway being just in general
like a utility cruiser.
Yeah, utility cruiser. Borg Queen, which I'm already seeing comments on Facebook, is a very potent commander for ships like Yamato or any kind of Japanese battleship with large caliber guns. And finally, Worf, who is a Dutch cruiser commander. And then, of course, we have, the flags, and I believe there's some consumable camouflages as well.
Yep.
Which also look very nice. And previous Star Trek content, which has returned.
Yeah. Final is more of a below decks character.
Yeah,
I would agree. Below Decks is like the satirical comedy version of Star Trek.
Didn't take long for Blade Master to insult me on stream. You can change it. Puerto Rico is here as kind of like the flagship of the update, really. We have the West Virginia 44 within the random bundle. A variety of historically inspired camouflages for various US ships, along with a sail on some US ships and so on. It's your typical 4th of July shenanigans, plenty of American-themed content. Go check it out. Okay, right. These are kind of the big beats, really. We have a lot of balance changes, and this is where I'm going to kind of hand it over to our newly appointed balance man,
so
to speak.
Yeah, some of you figured out that my hand was behind some of these changes, not all of them, because game design work is teamwork. There's a whole bunch of game designers that works on any game. The balance changes, we have a bunch of them, and so they basically told me we want a big balance pass, go for it, and so I did, so we've got a ton of stuff. We've got buffs for a bunch of different ships, including like Velos. Key gets a major buff. Northern Dragon gets a major buff, as well as the Prince Eugen and Atago get sort of just power creep buffs and other.
Vanguard got its second main battery reload booster.
Yeah, our annual buff guard. Nino Bixio buff is very inconspicuous. It was the worst tier 1 cruiser, so it needed a buff. So I give it one. But yeah, that's so if you have any questions about them, feel free to fire away. Yeah. What is your reasoning for British prop mod or heavy cruiser prop mods? The British cruisers don't have built-in propulsion systems. So
the British heavy cruisers did.
British heavy cruisers, yeah, right.
Yeah.
And so they could use them, and they're not overwhelmingly big in performance. Players kind of want them, so no brainer. Let's see.
Any chance the community could get a section in Discord for XP records? Ultimately, the Discord XP damage record system is like managed by players. It's not really an official resource maintained by us. I mean, if you drop the feedback in the Discord channel, we'll see.
Yep. Yeah. Tennessee will do okay despite of her nerf. Yeah, so Tennessee got nerfed. Her reload is a bit shorter now, or a bit longer now. And basically the main idea there was Tennessee is the highest performing tech tree battleship at that tier, and so we wanted to bring her more in line with the others. Built-in prop mod was a lie. For the heavy cruisers, there was not a built-in prop mod, and I may have said that there was at some point, and I apologize if that's the case. Sorry if I just punched the mic there.
Can we get a Wisconsin test run, please? Yes, I'm actually preparing a build for this right now.
Yep.
So, which build am I going to run on Wisconsin? I want something that kind of complements the reload, but also I want that accuracy boost, really.
Do you guys feel that the other Iowa class battleships have enough differences to Iowa itself to not deserve the speed buff? To an extent, the other ones perform much better than Iowa does, and so they also don't they don't have the need for getting these buffs. So they like it. You have to be able to show that a ship needs the buff in order to bring it to them, and so those ships didn't get it because they're doing fine.
Honestly, I'm thinking Borg Queen's inspiration might actually be kind of fire. Reload time, I mean the shell damage is relevant, but 5% reload time on the inspo is
Might as well.
with it isn't bad.
Can you show West Virginia 44? Yeah, we will show West Virginia 44 and go over it. Any changes from the previous test run a while back? I don't remember. There's been a lot of time since the previous test run.
Mm-hmm.
So apologies, I can't answer that question live for you. Why did Split get nerfed and not Gdansk? So the Pan-European destroyers balance situation. The first thing to know is Fox Flare is going to get changed.
We're mid progress.
Yeah. We're working on changes for Fox Flare, so that will happen. But any details on that, when, where, how, etc. No, there are no details.
This will, though, ultimately impact all
Yep.
of the pan-European destroyers.
Yep.
So it's kind of important to know where this baseline is going to be before further changes are made.
Right. So looping back to the question, the reason Split got nerfed but Gdansk didn't in this update is because Split is doing better and does well regardless of the commander skills involved. So it's yeah, that's the reason that happened the way it is. The nerf for Fox Flare couldn't come with this update, so it has to come later.
Will the stream be available after it's over? Yes, of course. Okay.
Yeah.
Too many ships are being nerfed that aren't OP. I mean, most of the ships we adjust are generally because they're performing pretty well.
Why wasn't Wisconsin put at legendary tier and given a better reload?
So there aren't, from what I understand, like there aren't actually any real like premium tier 8 American battleships, are there?
That's true. There's only Maine, so
This is the first premium US battleship in tier 8.
yeah, and it's not as much of a leap to go 2 tiers up from Iowa to legendary tier than it is to go from Iowa to tier 8. So it's a bit less drastic of a change in environment. Can you buff Friesland's sonar and concealment? No.
Can you buff the things that already make this ship cracked to be even better?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was ultimately just one of the old ships. Like one of the old guard. I think it was one of the first ever battleships in the game. Yeah.
It was one of the first tier 7.
So the thing about the kind of Wisconsin main battery reload boosters, because you have unlimited charges of it, you kind of want to min-max the amount of times you can activate it in a battle. So you just want to be popping it a lot. Every opportunity you have, you're just popping it basically, and really making the most out of having this this charge. Oh, Plymouth. He's accelerating quite quick. Oh, wow, he accelerated so fast. I thought I led that fine, but obviously I didn't. I really thought I led that enough. Am I slowing down? Have I just been completely jebaited by Plymouth? Wow. That's wrong. Oh, no, I'm going to beach. Classic boss gameplay.
I was king of tier 7 back in the day.
It kind of was.
It kind of was, but there's also, I'm sure there's some Amagi enjoyers out there.
Well, Amagi got nerfed before Iowa did.
True.
And then there was just the Vanguard copers, really. Like, I accidentally chose Vanguard as my first tier premium and I regret it, kind of. Like my first tech tree. I explicitly remember having a friend at the time who picked Vanguard because he was, British Navy copium, and then ended up contacting support for a refund because he regretted his choice so much.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I can ask you who this was. There's a good chance that I know them.
Yeah. So, that was a long time ago, actually. I've positioned really badly. I have no visibility, and I'm basically throwing right now. I'm not contributing enough to this battle. Not as much as I should be.
Yeah, I'm trying to help over here.
I really got to get in there and start tucking in the fight, to be honest.
Oh, that's a Wichita CE. Oh. I don't like seeing that. There's a Michelangelo.
There's a lot of ships on that left flank. Can I reach? I can reach the Suez.
Big hit on the mic.
Mm-hmm. He turns
that
really good
SAP
to
from
aim.
the Centurion.
Am I just really bad? Can I just not aim today? Like, what is this?
It is SAP.
I'm gonna put it onto you. I'm just throwing
Oh,
cloth.
I'm
Oh, you're about to die. Okay, put it back on me then. Never mind. Is he reversing? Where is he going?
Literally get bombed by a D7 in the next instant.
Is this guy reversing or what is the deal? Yeah. Alright, has loaded HE with the reload booster for the L-Bing. Comes dark.
Check the chat.
Turning around. I mean, ultimately this key isn't contributing to the fight much, and the L-Bing is on the run, so I'm not going to bother pushing a flankless one.
Are there any other buffs / nerfs planned for the next update that you could share now? Nope.
Final Boss is having skill issues, as always. It's not always. I have my good games too. It's never on stream for some reason.
Are you guys still keeping an eye on the alternative Soviet destroyer line? Yep, that's the sort of thing where it's like every update that there isn't a buff to New Shishimi, there's always going to be a feedback of another update without a buff to New Shishimi. However, the way that we look at the line is that there's more than since there's more than one ship in that line that could use help, we would like to come back to it and do a more comprehensive look at it than just addressing one or two ships at a time.
Key secondaries. I'm already feeling the buff of these secondaries.
Yep.
Oh.
Hey, Blip, quick question. Did Kentucky's bow actually make Wisconsin any longer than the other Iowas after her collision with the Eaton? My understanding is yes. However, I also hear that New Jersey claims to be the longest of the Iowas based off of physical measurements. I'm not sure which physical measurements. So that would be a more appropriate question for Ryan Szymanski, most likely.
I've got an atrocious amount of damage this game. I've barely hit anything. I had a really good shot on that cruiser at the start, the Plymouth, but I just didn't compensate for the prop mod. I led the shot and I thought I overled it, to be honest, and he just whizzed off. I'm also worried about this battleship somewhere over here. I don't want to push too far forward. Caught in a crossfire. Oh, there he is. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Yeah. Time to angle and hope for the best, really.
Why does Drake have such a large reload for its gun size? Both of her shell types have improved characteristics. Her AP has improved pin angles, and her HE has 1/4 HE pin, if I remember right.
3 minutes to the gun, 11 seconds. Getting farmed by the Elbing as well. This side is falling, actually. Okay, I want to try and get the Soyuz out. I'm trying to bait him to broadside, but it's not going to happen. I don't think I'm going to eat a big hit here. Yeah. Just disabled my gun again! I was trying to get a full salvo off and then reload boost him, but disabled my gun twice. Rough. I can't turn into him because I've got this.
Yeah. Blip, I'm 90% sure Drake never had improved angles. No, I'm about 90% sure she did have improved angles. I think they're 55-65. I don't have my laptop here to check. I don't remember the Iowa class turrets having 439mm of armor. Is that new? No, I don't think that's new. 439, that's 17 inches.
Am I cooked? I think I'm cooked. Yep.
17.1.
I tried to turn in to... I wasn't expecting the other battleship to go down, so I was already moving to kind of kill him and secure and move on, but... What does West Virginia 44 have that warrants it being a tier 6, especially compared to North Carolina? That's a you question.
I don't know all the stats of West Virginia 44 offhand. I do know that she has improved secondaries. So they have an improved secondary range as well as this is not the base firing range. I do have a mod on. But the she has improved secondary accuracy for sure. But I can't remember what her main gun stats are off the top of my head. Right. So I don't keep track of everything like I used to.
There was definitely a lane question here, though.
2 updates in a head day to day nowadays.
Look into my life where I'm working one update in advance all the time.
Yeah.
There was one very you question. Hold on, I've got to find it again.
Was it that one? The H class?
Yeah.
Who would win in a naval battle, an H-class battleship or an Iowa-class battleship? This, in my opinion, most H-class battleships would be defeated by an Iowa in most cases. However, once you get into the really big, stupid H-class battleships, at that point, if it even floats and works and operates, then the H-class just has so much size advantage. So...
If we rented West Virginia 44 previously, is there any discounts for the ship in-game? No.
Does West Virginia 44 secondaries have improved penetration? Good question. I can't remember.
I feel like we should start bringing our laptops out for these.
Yeah,
for these like really data-focused questions.
Yeah, I should have brought mine. I wasn't involved in creating these ships, so I don't know them very well. It's they were kind of sitting in my limbo period in training.
I did know though, but I'm already like preparing for super test again. So throw me off. It's also the end of a Monday.
I can run and grab my laptop.
Up to you. If you think it'll help to answer some of these questions, we always can.
Could the Iowa's armor stop its own main battery shells? I mean, technically, but the way that a lot of U.S. historians or naval historians and let's say battleship-minded people will put it is that ships are armored against their own size of gun or similar, or against their own gun as what they'll say. The way that they did it in the U.S. military is that they would do it against the size of gun, but they would basically use the base model of the gun to do that. So the Iowa's literally protected against the 16-inch guns that are on the Colorado class. It's not necessarily protected against the 16-inch guns that are on the Iowa class battleships. Hope that makes sense. They were built to withstand their own caliber, but not their own caliber 16-inch 50 guns. if that makes sense. So it's yeah,
It's
it's
a lot
weird.
for
I'm
Monday.
gonna go grab my laptop so
Yeah.
I can answer the questions about WV44.
Yeah. So you've got me for a moment. He's gonna go run off. Is this another final boss solo stream? Nani? I think ultimately this is a very American update, as I'm sure some of you have already guessed and expected. I think probably my favorite thing this update, if I had to pick anything, would be the presets, or actually, I really like the idea of the Otago buff. I know some people are super into the Prince Eugen buff as well. How am I loving Sam? I mean, people here know that I've been wanting Unsinkable and the Sam in the game for years and years and years. So now it's kind of in there. I'm like, what do I fight for now? The battle's been won. What is the push now? So I'm waiting for my next thing to rally for the next 6 years. What is your favorite shipping game? And can you show off the Puerto Rico really quick? So my favorite, we'll show off we'll play the Puerto Rico and we'll show it off this stream. I'd say my favorite ship right now, to be honest, probably Haida. Actually, I really, really like playing the Haida, especially with the damage reduction commander on it. It's peak cinema.
I've returned with laptop.
But if you put it to the side for now, we'll crack back at it shortly, I guess.
Yep.
Is Sam lucky or unlucky? Well, superstitious sailors ultimately didn't want him on their ships anymore. So take that as you wish. Why did Northern Dragon get a buff, Mr. Blip? Is a question.
Because it was quite literally the worst destroyer in the game, statistically speaking, or performance speaking. But it had the lowest battle impact of all destroyers in the game. Performance
Pretty clear answer. Basically, worst DD.
The Northern Dragon. It's a weird ship that was trying to do something interesting with its armor piercing shells and HE damage, but didn't quite pull it off. And so
I just look at the leaderboards and see TFN teams. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be a sweaty battle.
Yep.
They're not stream sniping because I've hit the streams. We just really got unlucky. Trying to have a nice stream introducing Unicum TFN squad in Gdansk. The key seems not as good in my opinion. I mean, ultimately the key is it has surprisingly good secondaries. So having this amount of secondaries on a Japanese battleship kind of presented a direction that we could take it in, really, to make it a bit more unique and interesting.
Yeah. And the fact that it already had torpedoes was sort of like that are quite short range. It was sort of like, well, a no-brainer at that point. You want to get in close to use the torpedoes. What's the best way of getting some additional damage in there? Hello?
Why does it take so long for Whiskey's reload booster to charge? I assume it's because it has infinite of them.
Yeah, it's a balancing factor.
Speaking of Japanese secondaries, I never really liked taking away Nagato's AP secondaries. This was ultimately a creative choice to simplify secondaries because there were a lot of ships where they were AP, there were a lot of ships where they were HE, and for a new player to understand, how secondaries work and what they're impactful against, it was much easier to unify the whole process.
Yeah, it's also a matter of controllability. With AP shells, you typically need to have a more control over them directly to make the best use out of them. So by making the secondary shoot HE, they always have a chance of at least starting a fire. Whereas AP, if you're not at a good angle, they're just going to ricochet off of everything. So it's
This Sleafen's already taking big hits. Oh dear.
Doing nothing useful after I took half of my health in a salvo.
Oh well, unfortunately, the people were playing against the very good players.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an interesting
No, it
one.
wasn't from those guys.
Republic is actually terrifying. But don't I say that, but oh. Republic felt that one. Meteor's already going to start farming me. Okay, I think it's time to just chill. We're just going to, we're going to move away. I think I'm not going to chase a destroyer. I'm going to chill for a minute.
Oh, hi, Gdansk.
There he is.
I've been paying.
Where's the Gdansk? Found him.
I really shouldn't have taken that salvo. This
Boop.
is not good. This is quite not good.
I have 2 destroyers on this flank, and I'm not I'm not vibing with this right now. Yeah. I knew it. My senses were tingling. Destroyers want to flank me, they're just going to have to chase me, because I'm going to go kill the teammates instead.
Life is pain. I am the punching bag of 3 loyalties.
The division has found Prince Blip.
It's not even a division.
Is it not? It's getting by the randoms.
Yeah, it's randoms.
Boss knows his waifu shimmer too much. Well, you got to understand your enemy, haven't you? It's like the whole point. Oh, Henry felt that one. Ba-dunk. Can I get this back turret off before he runs? Come on.
Had a bug on the Lexington where the consumables were showing charges left, but was unable to activate the charge. If you run into something like that again, please record a video of it and send it our way. Yeah. Is Whiskey's armor improved to the higher tier? No, not really. No.
If these DDs want to get me, they're gonna have to work for it. I'm not gonna just let them have me right now. I've got too much health to lose 3/4 of it to a sneaky destroyer right now. Oh god. Found the Ohio.
Yep. That's your turn.
On the main.
Would you ever consider doing a non-Azure Lane New Jersey for those who could not get the ship? Can't really answer questions about future random stuff. So,
Well, I said I'm going to make the DD work for it, and he's now proceeded to sit and farm me, so he's working for it.
yeah. You guys plan to have X, Y, or Z collaborations? We cannot answer any questions about collaborations. So, except the currently running Star Trek collaboration, I suppose.
Even then, it depends on the question, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I have a video of me being detected by nothing and just died for no reason. Should I send it to Blip? You should send it to our community team.
Yeah.
Who are Squirrel, Final Boss, or Sahales.
Bro, I need Is there a DD now? Oh, let's see top through this island any minute. Go, 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 go.
Whiskey's armor is improved over the Iowa in the sense that the Citadel is underwater. There you
yes, Maine. Give me the broadside. Do it. I've been holding my reload booster for this moment. Give it to me. Turn away. Now it's time to flee. Hit and run. Hit and run. Hit and run. That was a good trade. I came off good in that trade. These destroyers are just rinsing us, though.
Yep.
Come on, Daring. Oh, Daring versus Gdansk. That's a loss. I'm not in a position to hit him either. Yeah.
I want a secondary Iowa class, preferably the King Halsey design. I would like to see a King Halsey design Iowa of some kind. Though I guess at this point it would probably have to be Kentucky. Just in terms of the names that are available. Might I inquire as to what that would mean? I'm not sure what you mean or what you're referring to there. You need to provide some context.
I'm about to eat poo from this Hindenburg torpedoes any minute now. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna reload in time.
My back gun didn't finish the job. That's all she wrote. Why does this happen to me?
Good night, girl. We'll catch you next time.
Unfortunate.
How would we have Kentucky if whiskey has her bow? Good question.
Okay, so now I guess you could answer some hardcore gameplay questions that people have. Get them out of the way.
Well, yeah. For West Virginia 44, the main thing is her secondaries. Managed to mistype my password about 15 times.
It's because the angle of which you're typing has changed. It happens to me.
Yeah.
The moment I try and type on a keyboard and I've changed angle even slightly, I can't.
Well, also that, but also my password is just stupid. So.
Oh. What happened to the West Virginia 44 guy? I know there was one of them.
There was there West Virginia 44 guy?
I thought there was one guy that always asked for West Virginia 44 forever.
There's World War I New Mexico guy.
There's...
Yeah.
Shout out to World War I New Mexico guy if you're still around. Hey.
So West Virginia 44 main thing is that she brings to the table is her secondary battery, which have improved accuracy and improved penetration. They penetrate 25 millimeters of armor. So that's the main thing. I think her heal might also be a little bit better than average. Compared against a few others.
Grubber first buff when? You're gonna hate to hear this, and I'm really sorry to tell you this.
It doesn't need one.
But it doesn't. It's actually performing better than Yamato last time I checked.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, last time I checked, Battle
probably.
Impact, it was contributing to more victories than a Yamato does. Because the thing is, right, GK is only really good at being shot at. But the thing is, it's really good at being shot at. And every salvo GK kind of mitigates is a salvo that is protected from its team. And it takes like quite a big coordinated effort for a team to sink a GK that's angled properly or positioned well. And it's a huge time investment and sink to get it down, which usually by that point your allies have moved into position, they've caught objectives, like they've done other contributing factors. So GK is that you're all gonna call me out of touch and hate me for it, but it's actually performing pretty well. And the kind of dynamic is Schlieffen is your secondary German battleship. Poison is your main battery focus sniper, and GK is just your health tank, really. And I mean, I've had some juicy hits with them main battery guns as well. Like when you get a Citadel in GK and you get multiple of them, you just decimate something with that salvo. So yeah, I mean, sorry.
There you go.
That superstructure though, but
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, it's a quite sizable superstructure.
it is yes, the superstructure is a weak point, but it has improved saturation and other things to kind of mitigate that.
Nope.
So
Yeah, it doesn't have improved saturation.
yeah, it does. The saturation has been redistributed on GK's superstructure.
Oh, on GK. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, they're talking about the Virginia.
Oh no, I'm talking about GK. The saturation on superstructure has been redistributed, so it saturates faster, so it takes less damage quicker, which is a good thing. Did you already play Voyager? Not yet. Good call. We'll do that next game. I'm actually down to play Voyager.
Sure. I'll play. What?
That's a tier 8, isn't it? I'm silly. Is it a tier 8? I think it is. Yeah. Salem, of course it is.
I'm gonna go find Rune and grab Rune real quick.
Good old AP Baltimore, my beloved. Not Baltimore.
AP Salem. Work on Rune. I think I had to take I switched it to a battleship commander. That way it wouldn't give me the stats of a regular commander.
Yeah, sometimes players will ask us for base stats, so we have to mess with our commanders to find the stats without things that are multiplying them. So if you see any really weird commander builds on some ships, don't hate us.
Well, for me it was I had to oh shit, I need to go upgrades off. I had to set it up so that I could see the proportion mod. Why do I have all right, I'll take range mod. See the base stats for when I was.
This commander has some skills, bro. These are some skills.
Janeway,
especially for Voyager, bro. You have an AP, basically Soviet AP cruiser in America, and then you have these skills that's increased shell grouping when shooter destroys. You have your penetration multiplier, punch through, which is super funny, and precision strike is when you hit something with fully packed. Oh my god. Okay, so I need something for inspos. I'm pretty sure there's an AP damage cruiser skill, right? Yeah, that's penetration.
It would be the German Warhammer guy.
No, I swear there's a actual...
Or no, wait, no, Lucians?
Yeah, it could be Legions. It is. So we're going to go with the AP damage. And then actually, what's its reload right now with just this as is? 7 points. Ah, that's juicy.
Was Voyager the worst of the Star Trek shows? I haven't seen Picard. No. Voyager's pretty decent. Probably the worst of the Star Trek shows, probably Star Trek Enterprise. Although I'm sure there's some people these days who would say Discovery, so...
I don't understand all this nerd talk. Sonar smoke. I kind of want... Ooh. Yeah, I think the smoke with the heal. Yeah. Every time my colleagues are all talking about Puerto Rico game, it'll be after this one. We have so many ships to go through ultimately, so we'll go through them. I know absolutely nothing about Star Trek, unfortunately. But we have some colleagues who are very every time I hear the word Star Trek, I know for a fact I'm in for a 15-minute lecture.
2,000 hours in Star Trek Online. No shame.
Did you say no ship?
What, sorry?
Did you say no ship?
No shame.
No ship. Yeah. Can we keep this new port, please? It is not permanent, I'm afraid.
What do you guys recommend? The American heavy cruisers or the German cruisers? Personally, I'd go for the American heavy cruisers.
Okay. Salem with Soviet AP, basically. What do you guys reckon? The American heavy cruisers or the German cruisers?
No,
Depends what for. Like American heavies are really good with AP. Germans are like HE spammers with potent AP if it's another broadside cruiser, I guess. And different roles, really. I'd say like American cruisers are more island huggers than Germans are, because you're sort of protecting your citadel and using your bow guns a lot more, I feel like. Add ocean map to standard. No. Ocean is an interesting map for like testing things or for like trying out a ship build, but it does absolutely not present good gameplay for a
Imagine playing Atlanta on Ocean.
would be a very quick game
Yeah.
in Atlanta. Yeah.
A very short game.
If your cruiser doesn't have smoke, you're basically just coping and hoping you don't get one shot at the start of the battle, you know.
Enemy ship in visual range.
There's a lot of legendaries in this game, including beloved Zarkun.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. That's there.
Zarkun. Oh, I'm already catching shells. I must have been detected for a moment while I wasn't paying attention. Rip. I looked away from my monitor for 5 seconds, get spotted, and now I'm eating Shibatops. Okay.
This is the way.
Oh, dude, my game just started. How can I showcase a ship if I'm getting steamrolled by shimmers? Is that over 2,000 kills in this shimmer?
Stand down, Rebecca.
Absolutely unacceptable.
Need a copy. Initiate nacelle gas release. Let's make ourselves.
End him rightly.
I'm eating.
Oh, I got double
just-
fire and 4 hits.
I was watching chat and absolutely not paying attention, and I have just sailed in and ate shit, basically. Like, right. Okay, guess I'm playing. Oh, I was gonna say, guess I'm playing defensively. I guess I'm not playing. I'm gonna die now. There's a radar.
Put us in that fog, Tom.
Where's my escape route here? Okay, I guess I just don't have an escape route. That's me dead. I'm being sniped over literally 3 islands by battleships on the left flank. Okay. What a horrible game for me. Jesus. There's the shimmer top. I have no eyes on this side right now.
It's Michelangelo.
It's trying to blind fire me in the smoke.
There he is.
Am I playing against any recognizable names? No? Okay. Just gonna withdraw. Chill. Oh, now I have eyes over there. Okay. How am I gonna play? I need to basically play a game where I don't get shot once. This is gonna be an interesting game. Okay.
What am I'm getting spotted by this shimmer.
I don't know what to do about him. I don't have, like, I don't have any detection consumables, and the moment he's spotted, he's just going to buck it with his speed, which I
Yeah.
can't chase right now. there's Yamato. Luckily, you can't spot me.
Identify yourself.
Shimakaze jump scare 2 minutes into the battle, man. There goes all my health. Hang on, we have this Worcester's kind of pushing in a bit. I really need eyes on something where I can farm it over an island, but all of the targets that this would be theoretically applicable to are not being detected because I don't have the health to really spot anything now. Because I wasn't paying attention. This Michelangelo, maybe. Look if I can see him. No. Oh, okay. Well, the gearing at least, I suppose.
That's probably who was spotting me this whole time, actually.
Yeah. Oh, I got spotted immediately. Rip. That's probably going to be. Yeah. I can already see the shells. You gotta move. Got good use out of these heals, though. I need to get on the broadside of something. If this rooster rushes me, I'm cooked.
This is no time for half measures. You wanted victory. Initiate nacelle gas release. Let's make ourselves some cover. Contact.
Oh, that's a painful radar. Houston, no, not with the Yamato right there. Okay, he went down before the Yamato got a shot on me over there. Oh. Today's my lucky day.
Incoming cruiser. State your intent.
Now it's farming time.
Mm-hmm.
I found it. I found my perch that I'm going to pitch my tent on. And this is it. In reverse. Come on, Salem. Is Voyager better than Salem? I mean, given my first game, it's really hard to tell, to be honest. But if you like the AP on Salem, you'll really, really like the AP on USS Voyager. Spotted? By what? Shimmer, maybe? It's gotta be.
No, the shimmer is miles away from you, so.
Well, my firing penalty was...
Yeah,
Like,
Shimmer and the Dwayne are up here.
No,
with me.
my firing penalty is getting me caught by something. It's not the cruiser, because I'd see the cruiser.
Yeah.
So...
Oh, there's the torpedoes. So from the north.
Let's get this over with before my headache gets any worse.
Why is Blip on such low HP? Because I've been staying alive.
We both like this game was basically me and Blip watching the chat, answering questions, realizing shit, where's all my health gone, and then just having to play like hyper defensively for the rest of the battle, basically.
Yep. I don't even think I got Citadel.
I
just got chipped away at by a bunch
I
of
got
different stuff.
Shimmer jump scared, then slammed by the far left flank. Some BB just thunderclapped me. Then I took 2 Shimmer torps and was just running. I'm like, okay, okay, you can have that flank. I don't want it anymore. It's all yours.
Oh, there's a Shimmer.
Shimmer with 2,000 frags on that camo. You will be mine. Or not. I don't think I'm going to get him.
Nope.
Damn it.
Sag.
I guess that's that battle. That was a very underwhelming battle to show Voyager. Maybe we can come back to it. We'll do Puerto Rico next because someone was asking for it, and then we'll come back to Voyager.
I'm so dead. He didn't kill me in time.
No, I'm not going to ban the Shimmer player after this. I was just watching chat and got jump scared. Because that's what they do, isn't it? They just point blank 4.8 kilometer shotgun you all the time. And it's like, you see all 15 come your way. And you're like, oh my God.
Somebody's requesting the key.
Let's not talk about the match. A few minutes. Can I point out, I was on vacation when that social media post goes live. And then all of a sudden I'm just getting spammed with Discord DMs. And I'm like in the middle of a forest somewhere with, a few of the guys. And I'm like, why is my phone blasting in the middle of the forest? I pull it out and I just see screenshots of this social media post. I'm like, oh my God. No. I was out literally touching grass when this post went live. Against my will, of course. It was my girlfriend dragging me out there. I would never touch grass willingly. But, okay, we'll do Puerto Rico.
It's weird. Having Haruna, I'm not sure. No, I guess Enrique kind of works for extra range.
Ugh.
Sure. Not sure what inspiration to use.
You could canonically remove radar for catapult fire and just have Arthurs for the really funny fourth gun. But you're going to anger half of the stream if you remove the radar. Like, you could. Run Arthurs to call Puerto Rico. You'd annoy everyone, but you could. Okay, who am I going to run on this?
Could you show off a super tank GK build? A super tank GK build, you're going to be wanting to run like basically maximum consumables and heals and such.
Is it going to want to try an AP? I'm actually going to try the AP damage build on it.
Yeah.
Let's see. The white and gold camouflage on it. Very nice.
Artesticold is best waifu. You're correct. Artesticold is best waifu.
Do a super tank build for GK and her sister Poison. You wouldn't run a super tank build on Poison. It's a sniper. You don't really need that massive health pool for a sniper. You just want range and probably penetration related skills. Because you lose pen over distance. So
Yeah.
theoretically, if you have some pen...
I don't think you need it, though. Unless you're trying to break Yamato turrets or something.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
the
like
coldest best
range.
waifu.
Range and like a little fire rate would probably be the way to go, honestly.
I feel like reload is king, and it's always been king, to be honest. In anything, no matter what ship you're playing, reload is always just a good thing to have. Unless you're playing Friesland, it's completely unnecessary if you're playing Friesland. I think it's like reload reduction on 4 or 5 ships is irrelevant. Like
Yeah.
Minnow, Brisbane,
Friesland,
maybe. Like Colbert, reload reduction might be irrelevant. But beyond that, it's like reload on everything is basically just good. It's just a free DPM increase. Are you sure you want to run this ship?
No, I don't.
Yeah, you don't want to run this ship. How much do we have to spend for Puerto Rico? I don't actually have that number on hand right now. But if you ask in our Discord, I'm sure there'll be someone there who's already crunched the numbers who can answer you. We're just waiting on Blip to finish his commander build right now.
Yep, sorry.
It's so good. Which week will the Hindi population explosion happen? Well, probably from today onwards, you might start seeing more Hindis.
Yeah, pretty much.
Obviously, week 5 of the update is inevitably going to be when you see, because they're in the campaign as well, these tokens, right?
Yeah.
But ship parts. But I think from today onwards, you're going to start seeing a few of them. I thought Hyuga was going to be a free XP ship. We've never said Hyuga is going to be a free XP ship. Hyuga is a doubloon ship.
There is new free XP ships coming this update, but I believe it's Vera Basunitas.
When is Wartails coming back? That's a good question. We know you want it. We're working on it. Like, Wartails is under development right now.
Yeah.
I'm not going to reveal too many details. But
The new GXP ships this update will be the Virbus Unitas, the Mutsu, and the Turin. So, no Hyuga.
I think I've honestly never been good at playing Alaska. It's one of the few ships I've never really grasped. And Puerto Rico is just a...
Puerto
Slightly-
Rico doesn't have the armor that Alaska has.
Yeah, so Puerto Rico is a more,
Gun.
carefully played Alaska with an extra gun.
Yeah.
Better DPM, worse survivability.
Does Puerto Rico have battleship dispersion like on PC? Sort of. It has warship as warspite battleship dispersion. Warship battleship dispersion.
I was thinking, I'm like, Lamau. Who is Lamau? Is he related to Lamphao? No, I guess they're all warships.
Yes, this door is made of door.
This floor is also made of floor.
Does Puerto Rico have a history lesson? Puerto Rico is based off of the CA2E project design, which is one of the project designs for the Alaska. They had a draft for 12 guns known as CA2D.
Do you just remember the codes for all of the projects off by heart?
Some of them, yes.
Like, where do you even pull... Did you have, like, a Sherlock Holmes style mind temple where you're just like,
I wish I had a
locate
mind
Puerto
palace.
Rico, class.
I wish I had a mind palace.
Oh yes, the
I'd make-
CA42D class, my favorite. Like, I don't even know how you're pulling out these.
No, my brain just remembers things, and it doesn't give me a choice on what things I remember. So it can be quite frustrating whenever there's something very important you need to remember, and then your brain chooses not to remember it.
I'm actually going to chill on this rock here for a bit. I've realized I'm pushing too far forward, but luckily I've realized nice and early so I can withdraw.
I am spotted by something, and I don't know what it is. What it is spotting me. But it appears that there are also others that don't want me here.
You're just out of my range, buddy.
Need to move.
Closing in at warp 6.
Have it.
I should have probably put main battery range on this. Because, to be honest, the range on Puerto Rico leaves a lot to be desired in Legendary tier. That reload inspiration might be worth a pick. Oh, sorry for yawning, everyone. It's been a Monday.
It has indeed been a Monday.
Oh. Hello. Torch. Who's saying hello to us?
Blip constantly forgets to buy milk, but he's got obscure, never built, or even laid down alternative designs to be approved.
Hold on. For my front guns alone, I just 12k'd of Vermont on a blind shot over an island.
Nice.
What?
Unfortunately, I am going to be leaving you very shortly.
I just threw some random shells because he just happened to be with it. I was not expecting to land. Never mind land. What? 4 out of 6 shells and do 12,000 damage. Like, what? What the hell? I kind of want to pop a radar just to see because, yeah, I knew it.
Can we get West Virginia 44 with just the currency from the missions and Battle Pass? West Virginia 44 is part of the random bundle. So I don't think you can.
No, the random bundle is doubloons.
Yeah, so I guess in theory, if you got 750 doubloons from the campaign and then happen to have it as the first random bundle, then yes.
It would just be safe to say no.
But it's basically no. Yeah.
Yes, you have a 1 in 100 chance of this. It's just safe to assume no. Hello, Golden Lion. Cheeky. I'm already getting dropped. I'm about to lose all my HP because I have a huge deck. Casual triple fire. Very nice. Oh, there's a lot of enemies there. Oh dear. I gotta push forward, not backwards, because that is gonna sting. Oh dear. Yeah.
Stand down.
Great White Fleet camos are goated indeed. Might just send a suggestion that just every year just do more of them.
Initiate a subspace deep scan. I want to
Repeat
know what's
repeat the
lurking
process.
nearby.
Honestly, in a really, really bad place, and I feel like no matter where I go, I'm just gonna get slammed by something. I've got this
Yeah.
Vermont here. Oh, just yeah,
Sounds
like.
every one disaster
I got the Golden Lion hitting me
my
over the
lord.
islands. I've got the Destroyer here. I've got their battleships pushing down that flank. Like, I'm dead, basically. No matter how I look at this. I just have no way to flee. If I reverse, I get hit. I go forward, I get hit. I deter, I get torped. Hold on.
Stand down, repair
Blip, do you have any ships from history that you wish were more recognized in the modern day? My choice would be the USS Maury. Ships from history that I wish were more recognized in the modern day.
Oh. I'm just dead.
Saratoga probably might be.
Oh, there's a full health Yamato. Awesome. It's a cut angle. That's me done. Yeah, let's be cooked. GG.
Yeah. Off the top of my head, Saratoga seems to be the one that gets forgotten a lot. But like in terms of like small or more obscure ships, yeah, definitely.
If you're watching us for the gameplay, I'm so sorry. Like me and Lane are just like me and Blip are just cooked right
Yep,
now.
at the end of the day.
Yeah, but like just can't get a good game in today. I think my best is 150k, and that's just...
Personer's detection skill was nerfed. Yes, it was. So was his base trait.
How did the bus for Kano land? I think she still needs a main battery limiter. Kind of early. We're gonna monitor it.
Yeah, I'm not sure where she's at offhand.
Can Puerto Rico be earned for free? No. Though, you know, I didn't get a great game in, but you saw from the shots I did get in before I got, you know, thunderclapped. It was penetrating things at, you know, pretty good angles, pretty good ranges, doing a fair amount of damage. And despite the accuracy being that of, what was it again? The accuracy of Puerto Rico. It's
Warspite.
Warspite. Yeah, despite having Warspite dispersion, it's actually like landing good shit.
It's
Like
12
good shots.
guns
I mean,
with-
4 out of 6 shots is fine, honestly. I find myself in a bad position and going to get slammed whichever way I go. Sounds a lot like life.
All about life.
You say you weren't kidding about the Puerto Rico being a glass cannon. Yes, but I got rolled by a
Vermont.
Vermont, which is like, if anything's going to roll you, it's a Vermont. It's 12 guns,
Yeah, 12,
Yeah.
457.
12 457s with like pinpoint accuracy that can pen you pretty well. Vermont is just, you know, it's the way you can describe Vermont in Kansas is just Truck Coon from anime. Like, he was minding your own business. Happy cruiser, whack, from like 20 kilometers away, the long range Kansas, just waiting for you, like smacking its lips, like, you know, because they can't move.
Learn to walk the line between hope and caution. We've had other opportunities that didn't work out.
Can you share anything about the Legendary Birthday Bureau project? No. Speaking of, though, we did introduce Louisiana as a bureau project now
Yep.
for free.
Do you happen to know if you get credits if you already own Louisiana?
I would imagine there's compensation. Yeah, I don't have the number on hand.
Yeah.
I didn't prepare it,
So we
but-
don't know.
Just for sure, poker's on Discord. We can double check. We're playing too aggressively. Yeah, we are playing quite aggressively right now.
Yep.
Yeah. The problem is, like, when you're playing, it's something I've never really got used to, is trying to monitor chat. You're answering quite complex questions, and then you're also trying to play. You're coming, and you know, you're very often coming up against very good players who see your name and they make it their mission to sync you as you're trying to answer these questions and play.
Yep.
Will boss reveal his average XP? I mean, there's nothing really much to reveal, to be honest. Like 61% win rate. I'm not exceptionally good at the game by any means. Will you ever do more history videos on the Whilst Legends channel? To be honest, a lot of the history videos come down to like our PR and marketing teams more than anything. So it's kind of hard to say, really.
Prince Flip, would it be crazy for me to go Wisconsin, New Jersey, Iowa, and then New Missouri? Wouldn't be crazy.
Crazy.
Would be pretty impressive to get all 4 of them. So
If you really like the Iowa class,
yeah,
go for it. I mean, they all play differently in the scheme of things. So you have your like radar, island hugger, Missouri. You have AL New Jersey, which is sniper. You have Iowa, that's relatively well-rounded. And then you have Wisconsin, that's just
great.
tier 8 reload boost Iowa,
Yep.
essentially, with good accuracy. I think it has the best accuracy out of all of them,
Out
actually.
of the Iowas, yeah.
Yeah, 2.0 Sigma and Battlecruiser Dispersion. So, right. I'm not sure what to play now. Let's go back to Voyager. I want to redeem my Voyager game,
Okay.
for sure.
What do I want to play?
They all behave a bit different, so not crazy, IMO. It's like... Oh, apparently Krista's left a message in chat. Let's have a look. I must have missed it.
Oh, you can try where to go in a secondary battery.
No.
You can.
You can. I'm not gonna. You can. Like, yes, it has secondaries that kind of work, but yeah, it just gets shot by anything, and it's good in theory, not great in practice.
Oh geez, I don't even have. I've like never played Friedrich de Grosse. So
We want real boats, not crazy things. Iowa, real. Like
Yeah.
Missouri, real. Wisconsin, real. I mean, the ships we're actively talking about are all real. So I'm like, I don't know what you expect.
Wisconsin is still real.
Yeah, you can visit it. So is Iowa isn't.
Iowa is. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the Iowas are still real.
Yeah.
They're still here. The Salem is still here.
Well, yes, you could argue USS Voyager not so real, but so for some reason I thought Iowa, like there were various Iowa class ships available, but not Iowa itself. But I
No,
guess
no.
I was wrong. Yeah, it is.
Iowa
Yeah, you're
itself
right.
is in San Francisco.
Yeah, you're right. Brain fat moment.
Or San Diego.
Real reload would be boring, and real accuracy would be boring as well. To be honest with you.
I mean, real reload wouldn't be that much longer. It would, like, real reload, if you count ranging in, is basically like 45 seconds to a minute. So, but like the cyclic rate, like the max rate of fire reload is basically what we have in Legends.
Is there any plan for Jaeger and Kamikaze to come again? No. And if I was to say Jaeger would probably be more likely, I would say it's pretty much impossible for not impossible, but very, very, very unlikely that Kamikaze would come back.
Yep.
Like the stars would definitely have to align for Kamikaze to return.
Yeah. Hi, I did not find the additional 180 millimeter armor plate added to Linen. Is it between the barbette and the turret? Yes. It's essentially just an extra plate that seals some gaps in the turret.
There are three things to remember about being a starship.
Make it able to play standard with no CVs, like a toggle for crossplay, but with 0 CV games. I'm sorry to tell you, carriers are indeed part of our game. And there are people who indeed play them. I know. It's unfortunate. But we have no plans to create standard with the CV toggle. Yes.
No.
You could play arcade, there are no CVs in there, and ranked very often doesn't have them. Same with Brawl, but standard is like the primary mode of the game, where effectively everything is playable.
Yep.
So
If Friesland had real life reload, it would be a machine gun with like, yeah, it would be a machine gun. Friesland's real life, like, I guess, nominal rate of fire was like 40 rounds a minute or 42 rounds a minute. It was,
what?
yeah. And that's per gun. There's 4 of those.
How many shots do you think these guns would endure before the barrel of the gun is just shot, basically? And unable to sustain this rate of fire for too long.
Oh, I mean, if you were just from 0 to nothing, just flat
Like
out ripping
it.
it, you're probably looking at only 100 rounds, if that. Probably the closest example I could think of historically is that Ajax and Achilles, when they were fighting the Graf Spee, had fired so much ammunition that their gun barrels had physically warped and the paint was peeling off of them. So, like, definitely a thing you can do. Should try to avoid doing so.
Okay, what do we have? There's the Vanguard over here. Be careful with that new reload booster. Maybe I can just... I'm kind of hoping I can just creep in here, tip my nose in, and just start, like, hammering the pommen. I just need to hope that no battleships just, you know, completely butt rush C, because that won't be great for me if they do. And now we just get comfortable. Please go dark. The love of everything imaginable. Thank you.
Being the side of a Vanguard and getting no joy.
Big numbers make feel
Why?
nice. Oh, I'm accelerating.
Oh, I know big number. I shoot side of Vanguard. I'm supposed to get big number.
I accidentally chose to accelerate in a ship that never wants to slow down. Oh, come on, slow down. We're fire now. Am I within my penalty? I'm fine. We're fine. I'm sorry, Pomerant. I know this is dirty, but you pushed around, and I had the chance. Oh, I'm getting loads of ricochets. Maybe that, you know, pen angle skill might be beneficial here, to be honest.
Maybe.
Ooh, cheeky 4K though on that superstructure.
Nice little 10K on the Vanguard.
Yep.
Oh no, I'm swatted.
Okay, I'm kind of getting good numbers again now.
Yeah, now that he's turning.
Yeah. It looks like we kind of have C under control, so I'm going to move into B, maybe.
Is 4th of July your favorite yearly update?
Honestly, I really like the Halloween mode usually.
Yeah, the Halloween update's usually good. The Christmas update's usually good too, to be honest.
Yeah.
I guess 4th of July is probably one of my favorites. Yeah. Think Warspite was in need of new barrels after shelling the French coastline on D-Day? Yes. Battleship barrels typically only had a like normal lifespan in the realm of like 200 to 500 shells. And 500
2 to 500 is quite a big range.
Yeah, well, like it depends on like which gun you're looking at, right? Most guns would have a range of like 30 shells, but like if you're looking at like an Italian gun, it's probably going to be like 180 shells is your lifetime. But if you look at you know, a British gun or something, it's probably going to be like 400, just because the muzzle velocity is lower, so the stress on the gun is less.
Do I want to go push the cruisers, or do I just go farm the broadside of the battleships? Choices. Honestly, you know, thinking about it, because the battleships are pushing, these cruisers are going to turn towards me to run. So if I set up near this land and pop a smoke, they're going to sail to me, because they're going to have to if they want to flee the battleships.
Yeah.
So we're just going to...
Oh, you mean like the battleships being me?
Yeah, basically. Okay. They're going to have to run from you by running into me.
Okay, I'll keep pushing.
So, okay. Does anyone in your team have their birthday during the anniversary? Yes, actually, me. I have my birthday during the anniversary update. So, World of Warships Legends, I believe, was released on the 12th of August? Or was it the 14th?
I think it's the 14th.
The 14th. Well, my actual birthday is on the 13th. And I remember on a few occasions, the 13th has been a Monday, which meant the update was dropped on my birthday. So I've been live on stream on my birthday with the anniversary update, I believe.
Yep.
And on a few occasions. One time we gave away Oleg. And I remember asking for an Oleg giveaway because it's just like a super test gag. And obviously it was my birthday on the day. And they were like, yeah, sure, we'll make a code. And then we had the big Oleg giveaway as part of the gag. Which I remember.
Yeah. Wasn't there like a disposable lining or something for the barrels? Yes. Gun barrels would have disposable liners, and they would last. They would be the ones lasting like 300 rounds, and then you would replace the liners. And so you might get a couple uses out of a barrel by having liners instead of having to replace the whole thing. This Drake be tanking.
Yeah, my accuracy was trolling me a bit there, but I did get a good hit in eventually. Oh, tops.
Yeah, that took a torpedo. And I don't think I'm going to get another salvo off before I'm dead.
He's making the most of his heals, though. I'll tell you that.
Yep.
There we go. That one to his buddy. This is where Salem really pops off in this, like...
Yeah.
Delian has torpedoes, doesn't he? So I'm not actually going to sell to him. I'm going to turn away now. And not feed these torps. Yeah, there he goes. He's already kicking his back out to get them off, look.
Yep.
Just going to slow down.
How come so many UK ships have citadels as their armor belts? It's part of the way that the UK did their armor design. They adopted the all or nothing armor scheme pretty early with the US, and basically they typically had relatively large citadel spaces. Since the Royal Navy had to sail all over the world, they typically had a lot more volume, generally, just to have a little bit more room and comfort. And that kind of reflects a little bit into their ship design and then, therefore, also their citadel design.
Question for you. What's one thing Legends as a game has that makes it unique, and one thing Legends doesn't have that you would like it to see? I think Legends ultimately just has like a lot of replayability due to the nature of its update cycle. I think I started Legends as a player and joined Wargaming eventually, so I wasn't always an employee. And Legends has probably captivated me longer than any other game I've played, really, in terms of amount of time I've invested into it. I feel like it's a game that, when you grow older and your reactions get a bit slower and you start losing games of Rainbow Six Siege to 12-year-olds because they're all snorting G Fuel. I feel like Legends is a game that you can... It values quality of input rather than speed of input. So you can grow old and still clap games because it very much is like there's a whole joke of, Thinking Man's a game that players have never let us go for making this comment. But ultimately, intelligent decisions do have positive outcomes in Legends. And so, like, good teamwork and coordination also help. And I feel like this is something that definitely impacts Legends more than other games. Something I'd like to add. I don't really know what to suggest, to be honest. Whoever put the Flint deal in the store and put the Atlanta model in the picture. If you have an issue, like if you've noticed an issue with our store, if you could just bug report it for us, that'd be awesome.
No, it is.
Yeah, that we should notify. We'll notify the team of this when we come off the stream. Is the Legends team going to have more love towards the Bureau? I mean, we've just added a project to the Bureau, like this update. So we'll take it on an update by update basis, really. HMS Hooligan. Basically, you can play it sloshed, unlike many other games. I would not recommend drinking and sailing, but you do you, I guess.
Doing so is liable to end up with several beaching incidents.
So, you know, but ultimately, I feel like I've just become progressively worse at every game I play. The copium of that is beginning to set in, but Legends was always something that I can play. I'm going to use the word moderately well, because I'm sure you're all going to criticize my gameplay. The age rating was increased, but we don't elaborate as to why or when or how. Well, we know when, but not why, you know, ultimately. It was just our player base in general are an older audience. So.
How fast could the new Sashimi main battery fire? Let me look it up, because I don't know offhand.
Holy moly, I just spat my salad all over the floor. Just clicked on the stash after work and heard the term intelligent decisions in WoW Legends. It's a game that rewards it. If you have, like, and it's evident in divisions. Like, you know, if you have a sweaty, you know, Unicum division on your team, they're playing their flank properly, the game is going to end in a steamroll because they're using a thing called conscious thought. So, you know, having players who can think, breathe, and use two thumbs at the same time generally, you know, contribute to a battle better.
Yep.
Or maybe one thumb if you have, you know, disability in these like really elaborate controller systems designed to accommodate that. You know, but my point being is if you can think and play at the same time, you're generally going to have a much better experience.
Yep. The new Sashimi gun maximum rate of fire is 15 rounds per minute. So it is not Chad Beaufort's 120 millimeter gun.
What?
The Friesland gun.
Oh, you were the Friesland again. Okay, let's have a West Virginia game.
Okay. Almost having.
Oh, don't start. We've not even picked the ship yet. Okay, what would you recommend I build into this? Just typical, you know, heavy US battleship shenanigans.
You can do that, or you can do secondaries.
I don't want to do this. Like, I just don't like secondary ships. And when you have like a slow ass American heavy battleship, the last thing I want to do is bucket at an enemy. Like,
Yep.
I'm going to play range sniping, I think, is how I'm going to do this. Sorry, but. Ah, yes. Commander Colorado, beloved. Welcome back. I've got Arthur's on. Okay, I'm going to go back to Catapult Fighter. I almost did a funny. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Tonic's been stuck in a suit and tie all day, boiling, as he had a job interview. Well, good luck.
I hope it went well.
Hope you did well.
Can you play Hindenburg after this battle? I mean, we've played Hindenburg in previous streams, so it's not like critical, but yeah, maybe if we have time. Hello, Legends. Hello there. I see we have a Rochester buff enjoyer in the chat.
Rochester. And Rochester got a new skin, so she got double love this update.
There's currently no news on how and when Hindenburg will return. Oh, just realized I have the really patriotic. I thought you had the patriotic.
Me too, but I guess not. Oh well.
I must have did it backwards. I'm sorry. Blip was supposed to have the red, white, and blue smoke trails, but I messed it up on the setup.
Rochester or Wichita? Ooh.
Oh,
Kind of depends on what you want. If you want
Anchorage. I don't care. Fight me.
Anchorage. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like if you want a normal American cruiser that just happens to be premium, Wichita is a very, very good choice. Rochester is like if you want a smoke US premium and can't get Anchorage.
Like both of these ships are great, but what if Anchorage?
This is brilliant. But I like this.
Go on then, tell us what 2 or 3 Azur Lane characters you would like to see one day. There we go. You can tell a lot about someone by their Azur Lane recommendations.
Guden Luva was announced on Azure Lane today. Who's your favorite of the big 7? You can't not say Nelson or Rodney.
I missed out on by 5 levels on the campaign when it was out. Don't worry, you're not the only one. I remember browsing Reddit and people being like, I'm not going to buy Anchorage because it looks mid. And it ended up being like the ultimate regret. Like it's the problem with Anchorage, honestly, was it came out on the back of like 2 or 3 American cruiser campaigns back to back or something like that.
It was like 3 or 4 premium US cruisers.
Or maybe not all
update.
campaigns, but it was just in an update that had so many American cruisers that people were just fatigued with American cruisers, and Anchorage completely slept by under the radar. And oh, dude, it's so potent.
Oh, that's a...
Oh, getting hit by the carrier already. Flooding off the rip by the carrier. Are you guys for real? You released a Salem reskinned after the player base saved the steel. Well, for all intents and purposes, it's a different ship. Like, gameplay-wise, it's completely different. Salem is an AP only, improved AP, essentially. Voyager, yeah. So Voyager has HE removed, and it effectively has Soviet penetration and shell ballistics, and velocity and so on. Whereas Salem, there's also some consumable changes, if I recall, and whatnot, but they're basically 2 different ships.
Yeah.
It's not just a reskin Salem. Like, you can't play Voyager how you would Salem, or Salem how you would play Voyager, vice versa. What's the feedback on Marathon? Any ideas to use it again in the future? I mean, the current one hasn't even ended yet, so... You know, quite early to say, to be honest. This carrier is just, you know, determined to get me.
Yeah, I feel like this would probably be a pretty nice pick for arcade mode. A nice secondary battleship with 4 6mm guns to tier 6 in arcade.
Maybe.
Never get into tier 7 games.
Yeah, actually, yeah, the armor scheme would be quite... it might be quite potent on arcade, actually, with this thing. Is this carrier coming for... This carrier's basically just designated me as the public enemy of this battle. That's how it is. Like... I've been struck by the carrier 3 or 4 times back to back now. I just see the planes appear and they fly straight. Watch, here it comes. There it comes again. It's getting on my side. It's like I see the planes appear and they're immediately on their way. Yeah, there they go again. Come on, let's turn in. I'll take 1. That's fine. Please don't flood me on the nose. Okay. The planes come again. Let's see. Are they going to go for me again? Oh, Jesus. That hurt. When... Are they going to fly over the broadside Iowa to come get me? Let's see. Yep. Yep, they are. What a surprise. He's over in this corner somewhere. We're gonna go see if we can get him. Right, where are the planes gonna... DD. Yeah, coming from over here again. My DFPA is on cooldown. Like, ah. Here they come again. Oh, cheeky sin-up. Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Let's go.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. West Virginia.
Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah.
Dude, this carrier, please, bro. Please, just let me play. On the bright side, while this carrier is just, you know, relentlessly hitting me over and over again, the rest of my team is steamrolling theirs. So, yeah, here he comes again.
Exhausted resignation.
Yeah, there's another flood. I think I'm dead. I think the carrier's got me. In before this ends up on Facebook.
Yep.
I killed final boss. Not mentioning names, but last stream, you know who you are. Stream sniping me in 4 games back to back, posting me on Facebook. That's only good fun. I do love this player base. It is funny. It's all good fun. It's just Monday night shenanigans, isn't it, really? Stream time. Why can I spectate everyone but Blip? There we go. Like, what was that?
Not allowed. Verboten. Oh, God. I'm bouncing off of everything in this match. Here's another one. Oh.
I feel like the Legends player base is just absolute cinema. I don't know. I've never vibed with a community as well as I've vibed with the Legends player base. I just like, yes, you know, there's, you know, like this. It's a mixture of like hardcore players and just casuals that just don't want to think beyond existing. But I don't know. I feel like there's just such a good level of humor involved. Most people can take a good joke or a crack at each other and it's a laugh, you know. Oh.
Yep. The one downside of the standard class battleship.
It's slow.
Slow as balls. Always going to be slow.
You can put a secondary build on it, he says.
You can. You can. Absolutely can. But as we discussed earlier, just because you can.
Stream sniping, that doesn't happen in this game. To be honest, and I mean this like, you know, not as a direct attack to anyone in particular, but if you're being stream sniped, it's usually your own fault for not hiding the queue. Like this stream, for example, you know, some of you may have already noticed, I've been cutting to face cams so that people can't see when we queue. And for the most part, it stops it. Yes, you might still run into the odd player that recognizes you and shoots you, but you know, they're not intentionally hunting you down to kill you because they can't. You're hiding your queue. So, but there are some streams where I just don't care and I purposely just leave it unhidden so that people can snipe me if they want and we just have a couple battles. Like last stream, there was a few players actually that kept ending up in my games in ships that directly counter me. But I was enjoying the fact that I was ending up having like these big duels with them. You know, so I purposely keep the queue open so people can see it and they can get into the battle if they want. And I enjoy it. I usually keep the queues visible on like quiet streams. So I think on my solo stream I had it open and I was having some really fun duels against people. Just a laugh, really. So whatever. I mean, it's a game. Who cares? You know, it's all fun. Right. What haven't we played? I would play Louisiana, but I feel like I've already played a lot of Louisiana.
Some people are requesting Key over and over again.
Secondary build Key.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could. I might play a cruise or something while you play Kilo.
Yeah, you can do that.
Ah, yes, an opportunity has presented itself.
To play Perfect 10.
Yeah. Well, I think the chat's been moving this whole time, but we haven't been seeing it because the chat decided to stop scrolling. Hold on. If you've sent a message in like the past 4 minutes, I've just straight up not seen any of your messages. So maybe just repeat your comments. For some reason, our chat stopped moving, so we've just missed everything you've been saying. It's the perfect opportunity. Yes. I'm glad someone got the joke. Buff USN secondaries because Wargaming staff admits it's bad. It's not bad. US battleships have some of the best AA4 battleships, actually.
Yeah, you're talking secondaries.
Oh, secondaries.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, they're not bad. I just refuse to play them. There's a difference.
Yeah. It's like, it's kind of the conceptual problem of like you're having a secondary build battleship, but you have a 20 knot battleship. So it's, it doesn't, it requires a lot of extra pre-positioning, let's say. Are there any plans to give Missouri and New Jersey the same buffs that Iowa got? No plans at the moment. Like Iowa earned the buff essentially by or through her performance, whereas the other two they're doing very much fine in their performance, if not more than fine. So yeah, so it's pretty unlikely to see them getting buffed.
Oh god. Is Blip enjoying his new role? Are you enjoying a new role?
Yeah, it's a lot to keep track of, a lot to learn and memorize processes. It's completely different from what I was doing for a long time. So,
do you both stream YouTube outside of these update streams? At one point, I tried to, but like I would get home from work so tired, and then I would like just not have the energy to stream. I ended up having a really inconsistent stream schedule, and I just decided for everyone's sake, it's best if I just give it up. But I'm actually in the process of moving apartments soon, and I'm in the process of like building a room for this. So maybe in the future I might get back into it, but not right now.
Yeah, I've streamed on a few occasions just for friends that want to watch me play a game or something like this privately, but generally I don't do private streams.
Oh. So. I've just realised I'm sailing this way to sea, and look at that mini map. No, thank you.
There's a lot there.
I'm turning around. Oh my god.
Carrier just has decided that it is my turn today.
It's better than me, I suppose.
Yeah, which carrier is it? Sci-Fi. Okay. 'Cause, 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 'cause,
kind of worried. Okay, so the battleship is actually turning away, which means as long as there's no more BBs over here, this is free real estate. So I'm going to do the perfect 10 funny and just book it against these DDs. Speed and exhaust smoke. He's in there somewhere. You can smell him. He's in there. Can I just blind fire him, actually? Because if I push any closer, I'm going to get reamed by all these cruisers. Just, you know, just cheeky probe the smoke a little bit. Okay, we're going to withdraw. Exhaust smoke is expired.
God.
Are you having fun, Blip? How many carrier strikes has it been so far?
Yeah, 3.
I wouldn't push that way. That way is just pain waiting for you, unfortunately.
Well, it doesn't exactly matter which way I go. I'm going to receive pain.
I've been visually spotted by something. I don't know what.
Yeah, I'm visually spotted as well. There's their key.
Oh, okay. Well, he's shooting at me, I think.
No, it's me.
Okay, good. You know what? I'm just going to go around the other flank. Because while that key's there and there's 2 cruisers hugging the island, there's just absolutely nothing I can do. But if I come around the back of them, maybe.
I shouldn't have popped that repair. Why is there got to be torpedoes there now? I'm just dead.
Well, there's your key game, everyone.
There's your key game.
What the fuck? I just got hit for like 5k by 1 carrier drop. Bro. No. Not again. Okay, we're fine. I need 1 fucking target I can shoot at, please. Someone's got a question for you there, Blip.
Okay.
About Maine. Might be worth.
Oh, can you guys explain why the ship on both PC and console has a different gun count? I was surprised to know on PC they had 16, not 16. So basically the 2 mains in Legends and PC were made basically at the same time. And obviously we made ours to fit tier 8 and they made theirs to fit super 5th tier, I guess. Tier 10 with super ships. So, I don't know how to call it. But they made theirs as a super ship. So basically the answer is they were made at the same time, so they use the same name and for different purposes. There's not really any specific historical plan that they're based on. There are 2 10-gun Montana class battleship designs that I know of, but they don't have the configuration that we have in game.
You know, here's the thing. If I just fucking send this corner right now, are their cruisers going to be able to kill me before I just doom guy their 2 destroyers? Because I feel like I can. Play the doom music. I'm trying.
No, that's the wrong one.
Oh god, that hurts. That really hurts. Jesus.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna doom guy these guys. Maybe one of them.
Ah. God, what a game, eh? Final dropping F-bombs. Yeah, it's actually really bad. I'm sorry, guys. I don't usually swear like this much on stream. Stop it. Stop it. It's just Monday night. Oh, it's 7 p.m.
Yep.
Is that the end?
Yep.
Oh. Well, there goes the end of our fun, I guess. We're no longer being paid to be here, so on that note. I'm joking. All in all, this was a great stream. I really enjoyed having you guys here. And I hope you have a wonderful 4th of July update. Don't start. You're gonna get. It's gonna be HR boss XII. If you're not careful. Yeah. So it's been a great stream. I actually surprisingly had a lot of fun this stream. I was kind of dreading it, to be honest, because it's been a really, really long Monday and I'm exhausted. And I thought, oh, I've got to go on camera now. But actually, I had a lot of fun, and it's really good to catch up with you all again.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope you have a really, really great update. We tried really hard with this one, actually. And I think that at least we're happy with how it's going so far. And we hope you enjoy it a lot.
Yep.
Anything you want to say?
Yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed everything. Hopefully you enjoy all the new features. And finally, praise be Commander presets. And as well as like everything else that's coming in the update. Well, thank you for coming, everyone.
Have a great week, everyone. Take care. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Have a great time.